All right, family. You live with the general. You already know what it is. We got that fire. Man, we up and we got this is Naga News Network, and we're 24/7, 365, delivering you raw truth and information from the black perspective. You already know what it is with the general. Before we get started, make sure you click that link in the top of the chat and join me over on Patreon. Over 600 exclusive videos. We just dropped 6 new ones this week. For all the newcomers, you can start at the very introductory tier, and you already got a treasure chest of man history, politics, occult, everything, man, under the sun, man, to blow your mind. So I want you to get over there and get that work. Why Iran? I want y'all to listen to me now. Listen to me now. Don't listen to these cats because they simplistic. Let's deal with this now. Why Iran shutting down the Strait of Hormuz is not hurting the U.S. You see, let me run this shit down to y'all once again. Okay, number one, the United States is getting little to no oil out of the Persian Gulf. Okay, they're getting little to no but we understand, it's a global economy, so it still affects, the US status and the global status. So yes, it still affects, but it's not going to stop you from getting no oil. It's not going to stop you from getting no gas, and your air ain't going to come up. It might be some couple dollars higher, but they can still, help you out by, opening up the reserves, and you got Venezuela, so you got your, you safe on that end. It's a lot of other people though that's really energy dependent. China is really energy dependent, so they depend more on oil coming out of the Persian Gulf. India is, rely heavily on the oil that coming out of the Persian Gulf. They got two of the largest, populations on the planet, where it's a global market. It's a global market, so it ain't like you can so whatever it is dictated evenly, you see, by being a global market, you see. And so that's why, so if one part of the market is suffering, the whole market gonna suffer. That's how it roll. You see what I'm saying? That's how it roll. And so black power. And so that's why. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think about it like this. You got imports and exports coming from other countries that is getting hit hard. You see, getting hit hard by the Gulf, being locked down. You got the Arabs, and you're heavily interconnected with that market too. Do you see what I'm saying? So a lot of shit gonna go up. You understand? If their markets is being hit heavy, so it's a global market. But directly, it's not hurt. It's not like they shutting down the gas stations in the United States, or they shutting down you being able to get your damn. But food that might be imported, and all the imports is going to be affected. It's going to be affected because, number one, ships for them to sail is going to cost that much more money. A lot of places, in order to get to the ports, they're just like we have 16 wheelers. A lot of the trucks is bringing a lot of the imports to the to the docks, which could be hundreds and thousands of miles to get to the ports from in their own country, which is called, you got the gas up. So everything is running on gas. So on that point, you know what I'm saying? It's going to affect the whole market, but it is not going to affect you getting your gas and this, that, and the third. You see, because they got enough gas to keep the damn, to keep the gas stations, filling up. That's what it is. But anyway, but on the other hand, Iran is not, why they talking about they blocking the Gulf, the United States is blocking they shit. So they not making no money. So when I listen to these motherfuckers talking about they can wait, no, they can't wait it out a year. That's a goddamn lie. Them goddamn that infrastructure, even how they store their oil, they got to keep that shit. They got them goddamn pipes under there. They got to keep that shit flowing in there, man. And when they don't keep that shit flowing, that shit backs up in there and it fucks the structure or they oil mechanism. Fuck all that up. So they got to keep that shit flowing over there. That's a goddamn lie. And they ain't getting no money and ain't nobody giving their ass no money. Ain't nobody gonna fund no war. Look at Ukraine. If there ain't nobody buying the weapons, they ain't got none. If they ain't got no money to buy no weapons, they ain't got none. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, at the end of the day, how you gonna keep fighting a motherfucking war? You ain't even fighting for real. You shooting some shit off, but at the end of the day, they gonna run. You see the factories over here? They can turn that shit up right now. They could turn that shit up right now if they want to. And yet, which they probably already had. They making shit right now. They didn't already Trump then put out for a $2.2 trillion, and it might go up. So they about to really lock and load now because they say motherfuckers want it. They've been giving some shit to Ukraine, and so they about to lock and load. They saying that they gonna get they stockpile up because they got this this doctrine where they should be able to fight two medium-sized wars at the same time and be victorious. And so that's what they aiming to get and get the shipbuilding back on excellent platform, get the shipbuilding. So they're going to invest back into the shipbuilding, get the military back up to about 1.5 million soldiers. And so, yeah, so ain't nothing stopping niggas from making motherfucking weaponry over here. You over there, motherfucker, you ain't even got defense, man. Listen to this. They don't even have a missile defense system. They literally wide open. That means they can fly over the motherfucker and literally do whatever they want. What is you talking about? I mean, damn, man, this motherfucker say and I just want to be serious about some shit because I'm trying to, understand what the fuck this man talking about. That just show you how you can be a part of some shit and still be stupid as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because that's very critical to have air superiority. You know what I'm saying? That's very serious to have air superiority where you literally flying over this motherfucker's nation and he has no defense whatsoever. That means they can hit any motherfucking thing on the ground and not even have a motherfucker throw a rock at them. You see? That's very critical. So for this man to say he was a part of the Air Force and not acknowledge that is very serious. Something seriously wrong with that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Them peoples is wide open over there. So yeah, they could shoot some shit off. You know what I'm saying? And whatever they got, that's what they got. There ain't gonna be no motherfucking, no factories running or nothing. Or, ain't gonna be none of that. It ain't gonna be none of that. And obviously, if you're looking for shipments from China, you need some help. You're looking for some help from Russia, you need some help. And it ain't gonna be no help because China is not gonna help your ass. They ain't gonna help you. And that's I believe that's why they didn't let the Chinese tanker come through, because they feeling some kind of way. They feeling you ain't gonna get that package. And so they feeling some kind of way. And so, at the end of the day, you gonna see in about just got in here. Toya is ready to go out. You say Toyota is ready to go out of business? Toyota? Damn. Yeah, well, shit, it's gonna be a whole lot of motherfuckers going out of business and shit. With this shit going on out here, it's gonna be a whole lot of shit. If it was already what is it called, teetering on the brink of collapse. It probably didn't already collapse. And there's a lot of shit out here was teetering on collapse, and so that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of shit then closed up in India. I seen where there was a lot of Indians that was going to Iran, and because they employed a lot of Indians over there in Iran. And I seen where they was bringing their ass home because that shit had shut down over there. You know what I'm saying? And that affects a whole lot of them countries because they probably do go into Iran and get jobs and shit and this, that, and the third. Ain't gonna be no jobs over there now. Ain't gonna be a motherfucking job over there. It's gonna get real tight. And so how long they could pull that off? Because a vast amount of their economy is just oil and shit connected to oil. So you already know motherfuckers is fucked up. And like I say, it's other cards that could be played. If it they ain't bomb their shit because they figure they probably just take it first before they bomb it. Before they bomb it. Just think if they just bomb their motherfucking oil facilities. You know what I'm saying? I mean, damn, bomb, you know what I'm saying? It ain't a motherfucking thing. You could shoot some shit off, but is that equivalent? Because they're gonna run in there to stop the rest of the shit. They're gonna run in there. They ain't gonna sit there and let you keep firing off. They about to run up in there and they're gonna put an end to the rest of that shit. And so let it be known. Once they turn them lights out, they're gonna go in there with that night vision and they're gonna terrorize them, man. So I done told y'all, we'll see it in a minute. You will see. And if you don't believe it, all you had to do is get you an Airbnb over there in Tehran. Yeah, if they bomb the oil though, man, that's just like, he said, the reason why they ain't bombed the oil yet, because they want the people to be able to, if once the regime is out of the way and, or, they do come to their senses, if they bomb the fucking oil, that's fucked up. Cause look what you got to go in there and repair all of that, the infrastructure. If they knock your goddamn plant, power plants out of there, they blow you. Oh man, that's crazy. That's really fucked up, and that's just shit you cannot undo. That's just shit you cannot undo. You gonna need trillions of dollars to replace that. Trillions. You see what I'm saying? Not billions. You gonna need trillions of dollars. Billions ain't even in the. You understand what I'm saying? Because Iran will lose $13 billion a month. That's how much they losing if with the blockade. So you talking about, imagine how much it costs to put a power plant up. it costs it costs billions of dollars to put a power plant up. Billions. You see what I'm saying? So imagine, you know what I'm saying? You knock down, 7, 8, and 10 goddamn power plants or even more. You going into the trillion and all these you're going into the trillions of dollars. So in manpower, you didn't destroy the bridges, the roads and shit. So you got to transport. You got to transport. You know, all the shit you need to remake. Rebuild and all of that. But all your roads is fucked up and shit. You can't even get from point A. You can't even bring all the stuff you need to go to work because all the roads fucked up and bombed up. The bridge is all fucked up and shit. So you can't even go to work. You can't even do shit because your whole infrastructure is fucked up. So that's why I say they need to get the fuck out of there because because it's all about the regime. It's not about the people. And I hate to see even when it come down to that, I just hate to see that shit happen like that. Well, it don't make no difference what Russia or China. They don't give a fuck about Russia or China. because they trying to plot against the United States anyway. So fuck Russia and China. But anyway, family, like I said, I'm gonna keep, and I'm trying to, it's not no good decision makers out there, man. Straight up, it's just not. I can see why black people in the predicament that they in, because there's a lot of stupid ass motherfuckers out there, that's making a whole lot of stupid ass decisions, and I'm just gonna be real, yeah, when you got the security and the health and of your people in your hand, you can't make no better decisions than what these motherfuckers is making. And this is ridiculous. It's one thing again if somebody trying to come in and seize your nation. That's something totally different. You throw everything you got at them. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even trying to seize your economy, motherfucker. They want the uranium. They ain't even really trying to fuck with your oil. Motherfuckers got oil all over the fucking world, it's a whole lot of nations that could replace Iran when it came to oil. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they got some oil. Yeah, and they in the business just like everybody else. Don't nobody want your oil. You understand? Nobody wants to conquer your land. They want the uranium. And some niggas comfortable in the grave. Yeah, some niggas comfortable in the grave. Yeah, some niggas is comfortable in the grave. You know, show me where you gonna win, nigga. Cause I mean, some motherfuckers, and I see what motherfuckers say, tell me where you living, nigga. If you ain't on the motherfucking plantation, where the fuck you at, nigga? Explain to me, explain this shit to me. Where you at? Come on with it. Tell me where you at, nigga. Tell me what you doing different than anybody else that can give you some status to tell a motherfucker about the plantation, nigga. I want to hear this shit. I want to hear this shit, nigga. Explain this to me. Yeah, explain this shit to us. We want to know what you doing, nigga. Yeah. Where you lay your head, nigga. You understand what I'm saying? You got a social security, nigga. You see what I'm saying? You been here, nigga. What you doing? Explain it to me. We won't know what you doing. Yeah. Yeah. It ain't about being it's about motherfuckers staying alive to make a move. See, you niggas is suicidal. Suicidal niggas. I like to hear this shit. I want to hear this shit. Yeah. I like to hear this shit. We ain't gonna get nothing. We ain't gonna get nothing. Motherfucker got to go to sleep so he can get ready to go to work in the morning. Motherfucker be talking that shit and getting ready to go to sleep. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I'm good. Well, I want him to respond. Yeah, I want him to respond because he's saying niggas is. I would like to know what the fuck you doing, motherfucker. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, we trying. Yeah, we some niggas love the grave. You understand? He ain't gonna say shit. He ain't gonna say shit. Yeah, yeah. All these niggas, they just like these Arab motherfuckers want to get, yeah, yeah. Man, get your weak ass out of here, man. I don't want to hear nothing else from you, nigga. That's what you come back with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. Well, go ahead and get ready, cause they most definitely gonna send you to the afterlife. I ain't ready to go. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, go be with you. Gonna be with them, all right. Yeah, go right on here. I am the Pharaoh, nigga. I ain't got to go be with the Pharaohs. I am the Pharaoh, nigga. The hell you talking about go be, nigga? We eternal, nigga. The Pharaoh, I am the Pharaoh. They live in me. I ain't got to die to go be with them. I'm with them now. The hell you talking about, nigga? I'm eternal, nigga. I ain't got to die to go be with the Pharaoh, nigga. I am Pharaoh, nigga. The hell you talking about? You got to die? Nigga, we eternal. Nigga, there is no time, motherfucker. Yesterday is now. The future is now, nigga. The hell you talking about? You got to yeah, you one of them niggas that got to die. No, nigga, I'm gonna live forever. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, 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 yeah. Anyway, family, see, this is these suicidal niggas. They want to die. Go ahead and die, nigga. I want to live forever. I want to live forever. Anyway, family, this is General Satra Sunseti. Let's keep it moving, family. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Ray. Yeah, that's right. We want to live forever. That's what we was trying to do back in ancient Kemet anyway. Live forever. Ain't no death, nigga. It's only a continuation of eternity. You understand what us real kings. You feel what I'm saying? Get with me, family. I'll see y'all in a minute. Arm yourself with knowledge. Get over there to Patreon. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that Wicked Beast Daily Liberation through African education and confrontation. I see y'all in a minute. See y'all in them. Stay strong, brothers. When we get them in coming here crying, that mean we hitting them. We hitting them. We showing their ass how to do this shit. See y'all in a minute, y'all. Black Power.